I've probably made close to 300 or 400 videos at this point, talking directly to Gen Xers and baby boomers on how to start their content creator journey, specifically how to start their UGC journey, all because brands want to work with them. And a lot of people still don't know about UGC, and they think that they're either too old or too not tech savvy enough to do this, but those are both lies. Brands want to work with more Gen Xers and baby boomers. I can prove it to you in this video. And also UGC and content creation, even if you feel like you're not tech savvy enough, it's just something new to learn, and it's actually kind of fun. So if you've never heard of UGC before, it stands for User Generated Content. In a nutshell, UGC creators get paid to create content for companies that they just use for their own marketing purposes. So usually you don't have to post anything that you make for these companies that hire you on your own social media accounts. You do not need thousands of followers. I had about 300 followers when I got started. I got paid $750 for 5 short videos for an app company. It took me like 2 hours to do. This is back in 2022. 14 months after that, I quit my 6-figure job. I have now taught over 9,000 people how to do this. Most of them, probably like up to 8,000 of them, have been Gen Xers and boomers. One of them being my 64-year-old mom, who has 0 experience in this and is doing UGC deals herself. We've also done 3 UGC deals together. So now that you know what UGC is, you're getting paid to create content for companies. You just get the product sent to you for free. You should never pay for the product, never pay for shipping. They'll send it to you for free. They'll give you some type of creative brief or something, like a bullet point or even like a full-on script. You read the script or you come up with your own script. That can also be learned. And then you create content, you send it to the brand via email or Google Drive. They say, this looks great, or hey, make a couple changes here. Then they approve it, they pay you, they take it, they either post it on the brand's social media accounts or run it as social media ads, or maybe even put it on their website. You can make a lot of money with this, and by a lot of money, I mean I have one student that just posted today inside of my course private student Facebook group. She's making between $1,000 to $2,000 every single month. She said it's been life-changing for her family. One of my other students, Cheryl, she just landed a $750 or something, so really big brand deal on the 4th of July. She makes consistently $5,000 every single month with UGC. She's 61 years old. My other student, Jolene, had a 15,000 plus month in April, and then another $17,000 month last month, I think. She is a Gen Xer. She's 53. I interviewed her in April. There's a lot of money to be made with UGC, but it's not an overnight thing. It's not a get rich quick thing. You have to put in the time and effort. You have to be willing to learn and also have some fun with it. So how do you get started? First of all, if you don't want to listen to this whole video, I tend to get very long-winded and some people get annoyed about it, but that's just how I am. I like to explain things as simply, but also in detail as if you're just seeing my face for the first time, which if you are, thanks for watching this. Feel free to follow me. I talk about this stuff all day, every day. But first, I have a free resource that you're welcome to grab at any point if you want to do it right now so you don't forget. My suggestion would be to hit pause and then save this video in the right-hand corner just so you don't lose it. It's a free checklist. It's a PDF that I can email to you right away when you sign up to get it. It will go through the steps on how to get started with this, so you have a tangible resource for you to reference as you're going through and getting started with UGC. I also have a 15-minute video lesson in there that goes over how to email companies, which is something I believe is insanely important. That's how I've landed thousands and thousands of UGC deals, or thousands and thousands of dollars worth of UGC deals. I don't think I've quite hit the thousand brand, but I've worked with, dozens, hundreds of companies at this point as a UGC creator, and emailing is one of my favorite ways still, almost 3 years later. One of my favorite ways to connect with brands. I teach you how to email. I even teach you how to send Instagram DMs to companies to land some UGC deals and start making some money. So if you want that free checklist, it is yours. It's in my profile in my Stan store. Second, really quick, I want to go over why brands want to work with Gen Xers and boomers to create content for them. So number one is you guys hold the largest purchasing power. You have more money, more time. Somebody just commented on one of my videos saying you guys have more FOMO, fear of missing out. But really, it comes down to the biggest purchasing power. Companies know that when they advertise to Gen Xers specifically and boomers, that you guys have more money in the bank than, say, a 22-year-old who is fresh out of college and in a bunch of student debt and barely really making like that much money. So even if you're not super wealthy right now as a Gen Xer or a boomer, statistically speaking, you guys are the wealthiest generations right now. And that is massive for brands who are advertising actively to your generations. So imagine if you are 50 years old, which, by the way, if you're comfortable with it, type your current age in the comments just so I know who's watching this. It's really helpful for me. Plus, it's kind of fun to see everybody's age. So not everyone's comfortable with it, but if you are comfy enough to tell me your current age in the comments, whether you're 50, 40, 72, it doesn't matter. Type your current age in the comments. That would be amazing. But say that you are 50 years old and you're scrolling on Facebook and you see an ad for a product you could maybe see yourself using, but the person in that ad talking about that product is like a 25-year-old or even like a 30-year-old. You're automatically not going to trust that person, nor are you going to trust that brand. You're going to keep scrolling past it. You're not going to buy the product. The company is going to lose out on advertising money because they're not doing smart advertising. If they were smart, like a lot of these companies are getting, they are going to use a fellow 40, 50, or 60-year-old, somebody around your age as a 50-year-old, to be in those videos. That's where Gen Xers and baby boomer UGC creators come into play. That's why you guys are in high demand. Also, second, you guys bring a ton of life experience. I have one of my students who's in my course who is a physical therapist, and she realized after seeing me here on TikTok, trusting me enough to take my course and enroll in my course and spend $87 to learn from me, she realized, oh my gosh, as a physical therapist, I am using these specific medical devices on my patients every single day. I'm going to pitch to those two companies. She pitched those two companies, said, hey, I'm a UGC creator. I'm also a physical therapist. I use your products day in and day out on my patients. I can create content for you guys. Guess what happened? She landed those UGC deals, started making money right away. You bring whatever it is that you've done the last 40 years, 50 years, 60 years of your life, whatever it is you've done, whether you've been a professional, whether you've been a stay-at-home parent, whether you've been a gardener, whether you are a DIYer, whatever the heck you have done in the last however many years you've been alive, you bring that experience, you bring that wisdom, you bring that authority that brands want for their content. It makes you relatable, trustworthy, and people buy from those kind of people. Also, you guys are very professional. I don't think it goes without saying that you guys take this more seriously, and I've seen my students say the same thing that brands have told them, where you submit content on time, you email back with an appropriate, with appropriate emails and in a timely manner. You guys just bring way more professionalism to the table, and guess what? Brands love you for it. If you can make their lives easier by, being timely and just conscious of like when you're submitting the content on time, they're gonna love you. You're gonna be an easy person to work with. They're gonna hire you again, and you're gonna make more money as a UGC creator. Also, you guys make up the mass majority of the population between the Gen Xers and the boomers. So all you guys are also, almost all of you are scrolling actively on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. You are consuming social media, and it's proof if you just go literally after this video, spend 10 to 15 minutes of your time scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, whichever one, and pay attention to the ads you're seeing. That's a great place to start. Look at all those companies that are already trying to get your attention. You could reach out to them and say, hey, I've been seeing your ads. I'm a Gen X UGC creator. I'm a baby boomer UGC creator in my 40s, in my 50s, in my 60s, whatever it is. I'd love to create content for you, or at least open up the discussion to create content for you guys so that you can reach more people around my same age. Because clearly it's their target demographic. It's their target audience. So take this, leave it, or run with it and start a brand new chapter in your life. Make some money and also have some fun. Start UGC, tell me your age in the comments if you haven't already, and then go grab my free checklist and just get started.